I guess the narrative coming into this Six Nation, was it Smith versus Smith, or was it Smith and Smith? So starting with the two of you as 10s, how do you see the game from the perspective of a fly half?
Yeah, I think you're the boss of the attack. You're the quarterback. Your job is to tell everyone else where they should be going, direct the play, feel momentum, when to run, when to pass, when to kick, and I guess the better that flows is your job, and you're reviewed on that. I'd say is the big way I look at it. Obviously, there's loads of different things within that. Your goal kicking. How much X factor you can bring to it, but yeah, the main thing is for me running the attack and making sure that things are orchestrated nicely.
And when you have a fly half who you're competing with, and you have slightly different viewpoints in how you see the game, how do you think yours differs from maybe Marcus's?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Like, I'd say we view the game very similarly. It's just we've got very different strengths within that. I think he's obviously got, for me, the best running game as a fly half in the world. It's real X factor. It's genuine star quality that you can't really practice or teach. So I'd say you see him bring that to the pitch a lot more. But I'd like to think we see the same spaces, we see the same momentum, the energy of the team, things like that. It's just I probably have got a different way of getting the ball there than he does, and that's just based off our athletic abilities and what we can do. But yeah, we see it similarly, which is weird because we've got such different styles. But yeah, he's a bit better at running the ball than I am. So that's what he does.
For now. But this weekend you get the opportunity to play together. You have done in periods, but to do that as starters. So how do you think you'll complement each other?
Yeah, it should be good. First and foremost, hopefully we'll see the ball moving a lot. Like he likes to play to space, so do I. So hopefully that's something that you guys can expect to see. He's an unbelievable returner of the ball when it's kicked long to him. So hopefully we'll have some opportunities off the back of him running it back, and hopefully get the ball in my hands and feed some of the quality we've got on the backs out wide. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
And at some point in that game, pressure will come, either with the ball or without the ball. So having two fly halves in that team, how do you think you're able to better deal with those moments?
It's a good question. I suppose another kicking option on the pitch. But I think someone that really understands what we're trying to do tactically. Hopefully, now Marcus is on the pitch. That's another set of eyes, another way of us solving problems on the fly. But look, we'll see how we deal when the problems are thrown at us. But I'd like to think that we can, hopefully, with his brain, his rugby IQ, will be able to solve problems a little bit quicker.
And if I was to ask you, you've probably touched on it a bit, but if I was to ask you to break down England's attacking philosophy, how would you describe it?
I'd say it's something that we're definitely working on a lot. We've got some backs that I think understand the game very well, and actually it's more about us just getting on the same page and getting aligned. I think we're a team that wants to play quickly. I think we've got a big emphasis on our kick game and then opportunities off the back of that. So I'm sure a cycle that we'll go to a lot is can we win the ball back in the air, and then once we have won it and the defence is disorganised, how quickly can we move it to space? But yeah, I think look, we're still working on it, but hopefully it's getting better. I thought we attacked really well last week in Ireland and did in the summer as well. So yeah, it's something that hopefully we're going to see put on the pitch on Saturday.
And on some of the things you've just said, I guess the narrative at the minute is that England come under pressure in games at certain points, and then some things break down. So with everything you've just said around the attack, is that what you'll be looking for in those key moments where you might not have the ball and you need a response, or you do have the ball and you need to put points on the board?
Yeah, I think the big thing for us to do better in those moments, particularly towards the end of games when we've been in them, is we want to have a mindset to not go away from what we've been doing, to not try and close out the game, but to keep attacking the game, keep trying to win the game. I think is the big one. I think at times we've probably gone into our shells a little bit in the latter periods of games because of the pressure of the scoreboard and wanting to close it out. And I think the more we can stay positive and really trying to put our game on the pitch, whether that be with our attack or defence, really go after the opposition rather than shutting down shop as such. That'll be something that's going to hopefully get us over the line.
Played in some big games in your short career, Premiership final, winner, Champions Cup. Would this be the biggest game of your career so far?
Yeah, it'll be up there. Definitely, it'll be up there. It's hard to get a feel for it. I'm really trying to stay in my own bubble and stay in the team's bubble at the moment. But yeah, I think there's a lot of eyes on the game, a lot of pressure, a lot of people talking about it. So yeah, it's a big game. Obviously it is, but I'm just trying to stay nice and chill, and I think that's when I play my best rugby. So yeah, I'm sure afterwards I think, blimey, that was a pretty big occasion. But at the minute, hopefully, I'm just staying nice and calm and nice and relaxed.
The good thing is you'll have some company out there with you in the form of 3 Northampton Saints teammates in that back line. That must help in terms of cohesion, in terms of dealing with difficult moments, pressure moments, having guys that actually you spend a lot of time with day in, day out.
Yeah, 100%. I've got some of my best mates out there on the pitch with me, so you know, if I'm up against it or there's some tough moments for the team, I think just having them and seeing their faces and being close to those guys is always helpful, like you say. Particularly with Mitch, look, we've played together a lot. We know each other pretty well. I know his style, he knows my style quite well, and hopefully that will be something that helps us. Definitely is going to help me having him out there. And then, yeah, like you said, like hopefully a lot of us are going to be on the same page. I think it's tricky with so many people coming from different clubs and seeing the game slightly differently, but the more cohesion out there, the better. So yeah, it's going to be great being out there with those guys and yeah, hopefully share a beer with them afterwards.